All right, guys. Hey, welcome back to the Damn What Now podcast. So this is an exciting episode. So today's episode, we're just going to be talking about adulting and, kind of like our life. And because I feel like now all of us are in like our, early 20s, late 30s. Early days. It's early days.
Just turned 22.
So we're just kind of all kind of getting the grasp of adulting, and we were inspired to do this episode just because of
the pressure is getting
and things that have been moving and shape shifting for the past 2 weeks. So what's now, instead of the damn what now news, we're just gonna talk about what's the news with us. What's going on here in our life, in our heads. You know what I'm saying? So who wants to start it off? Who wants to?
Apartment hunting. Child.
God bless.
God bless. Especially with this inflation system that they're doing now.
We cover you with the blood of Jesus.
God bless your accounts.
It'd be like, the apartment be like 1,000, like 300. They'd be like, you gotta make 10 times the rent in this 1 month.
They want you to make $10,000 to pay $1,300.
Hey, and mind you, the apartment don't even look good. It looks scary, and it be in the worst part of town.
Apartment have cockroaches or something, and then you gotta pay for parking, or there's no parking, and you can't have pets. No washer dryer. Gotta go to the laundromat that's 6 miles down the street. Like,
let's be for real.
And I'm not about to live in a bougie apartment in the damn hood.
Yeah, that literally doesn't make. Don't support no gentrification.
That's in Newark.
Well lifted.
Yeah,
That's in Newark. I'm sorry, but I've been to Newark, and the apartments in there, they be so nice inside, and then when you step outside, it's like booty bang 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 bang.
Bitty bang bang.
I wouldn't mind.
It's like a sour patch,
No, but that's also supporting gentrification.
How if it's the inside of the house that looks nice?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like a sour patch. It's sour on the outside,
sweet on the inside.
Yeah, and then that's how the robbers know to hit a lick at your shit, because they know the rich.
Outside look like
No, not God.
No, not that. They make like really nice apartments in the hood, like really fancy, luxurious apartments. You're talking about the ones that look ugly on the outside and then the inside. Okay, that's like Philly. Philly's like that.
I wouldn't mind living in one of those little neighborhoods.
I would.
Because I'm not living outside, I'm living inside. So.
Right. But you're stepping outside.
When you step inside, it's cute. You know what I mean? Like, outside, like, nobody wonders what's going on.
I wouldn't mind living in an apartment like that if everything else around looks like the hood.
Yeah.
Like, if it's completely like the outside is like dingy, but you go inside and it's like
luxurious.
Steel appliances. I could do that, but I can't do a fancy apartment in the hood. I can't.
I'm outside with Jesus.
Amen. Hallelujah.
So it's okay.
With God.
Amen. Hallelujah. Because God did.
Yep. Always and will.
Forever and
But like people,
always.
would you rather have like luxury or safety?
Both.
Well, if you have
to choose safety.
If you have to choose one or the other.
Nice ass bougie apartment in the middle of like on Ocean Ave in Jersey City, or
I guess
not ocean. Niggas don't know about ocean.
Like there are like a decent apartment in like Maplewood, Rutherford area.
But when you're saying decent now,
like
that's different.
it's still like it's not renovated. Like it's just like a regular apartment.
I'd rather have safety, because if I know where I'm gonna live, it's like I'm risking my life every day. Because like you could even if like at night, or you go grocery shopping at night, you're coming back, you don't know who about to. There's stragglers out here. Somebody could come and snatch you up in 2 seconds.
That's true.
God forbid.
But the thing is, the apartments in Newark really be like the ones in the budget too. Like it looks
and they be looking nice on the inside.
They be looking so good, but it's like luxury or my car getting stolen.
Yeah, you could get your windows get broke, especially if they don't have like a parking garage.
See, the thing is with me, if I don't have to have luxury, like for my first apartment, I don't care too much about like, oh, it looks so, because I feel like with your own decorations and how you make the house look, it'll look good. Yeah. You don't need like, okay, stainless steel, this, that, and the other. Yeah. You can make that. Like you can have a ugly ass apartment and make it look like damn.
As long as everything like works perfectly fine. Like that's why I would choose safety or some shit like this. Like I would not here. perfectly
And
fine.
they have so many
Yeah.
things you can use to decorate now. Like they literally give you wallpaper
Yes.
flooring.
You could do a
Wallpaper to cover,
lot.
like,
Yeah.
your, cabinets.
Contact paper.
And even sometimes you could even ask apartments if you can get your own stainless steel appliances
Right.
if that's what you want, and then move them out when you move out. Because don't
Right.
leave them over
But
there.
let's talk about how them landlords be lying, talking about it's renovated. All they did was just paint the damn
Yeah.
They do that all the time.
what?
Paint
Do
over
that
the
all
dirt.
the time.
Paint over the dirt. Now it's up $300.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, 2 months down the line, everything's falling off.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Like,
you
damn.
end up finally paying rent for the roaches too. The roaches.
Not rent for the roaches.
No, because they eat your food.
Ratatouille's on
They
there.
wait when you're awake. What?
Ratatouille looking at you like, what? I'm cooking breakfast.
I did not sign up for Tom and Jerry living with me.
Wake up in the morning, are you here?
It just, and then they turn over like,
They was on the lesson, then they scatter like they just scatter everywhere.
What do you want? What do you want?
I would feel like I'm disturbing they peace. Like move.
Now, Melissa, what's been going on with you, girl?
Jesus Christ.
Amen.
God is good.
Like, no, this past 2 years have, been,
Damn.
Let's
I
not.
take it back down.
have taken me to a spin. Like, literally, I started adulthood 17. That's when I started adulthood because everything just started hitting me so fast. But let's talk about these past 2 weeks. It's been a lot. Almost got into a car accident. And I had trauma with the car accident before. So, like, that was a lot. Just sitting there and just watching it almost happening to you is the crazy part. And then stuff happened, like me finding out with my mom, and it's been taking a toll on me. And then my therapy session, I'm like, damn, like, come on.
Minka, maka, munka.
Like, literally. And then, like, financial issues with, like, trying to deal with, okay, going back to college and figuring out, okay, like, and then also on top of that, it's like, damn, like, now I haven't started my new job. I have to, vacations are coming up.
Yeah, literally today.
And then the next week after that, it's like
is
we're going
school.
back to school, and
So,
then I
like-
have to worry about starting my new job, paying my bills. It's just like, okay,
It's a whole lot of right
like,
now.
Damn, what now?
I want to be like.
But listen, that faith gotta go to God for real.
100%.
You just gotta like trust in the process sometimes. Like things happen for a reason. Cause you can honestly, especially switching between jobs is very hard because sometimes it's like, especially the job that me and Melissa work, we just want to leave. So bad.
We gotta go.
Like sometimes I'd be wanting to like scrape my face off and like just scream. Like I just can't do it anymore. But it's like I can't stop working. Even though I have a job, I didn't start working yet. I didn't even start training yet. So they didn't even set up my direct deposit yet. So where's the money about to go? Like I'm not gonna do anything. I have to keep working just so I know I have money, and then once I can switch to the other job, I can have like a little break and then start working.
But I also have like the ultimate fear because right now, for me, how my brain works, it's like I always have to have like a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah.
So like when I have, okay, I'm waiting for this job, I still have another job in the back burner because they're like, in case that one doesn't work out, I'm like, okay.
Or like it's not as fast as you want it to work. You have something else.
Or
that
maybe
you could
not
do.
much hours. So it's like, it's also that, and then finding, like, that's why some people don't leave jobs, because finding a job,
Yeah, it's so hard.
going to the like applications, filling the applications, then you're waiting for them to like call you back.
Or you have to like call them and harass
Oh
them and
my
stuff like that. It's a lot.
Especially like it depends like what type of job you're in. Especially like the job market right now is insane.
Yeah.
Everything's going up, so everybody is looking for a freaking job.
Yeah.
No,
So
yes.
like everything is just way more competitive than it needs to be.
Yeah.
And it's freaking crazy.
Because everything's out of COVID now. So like now everybody wants to be out looking for jobs, finding their lives. And you're like, damn, I need my...
Not when I'm trying to do
I had
it.
to, damn, you had your time. You're 50. Go home and
the jobs
retire.
say they hiring and they don't interview nobody. And They have
No.
1,000 applicants. Like, please.
And you just watching the applicants, like, and it keeps going up on Indeed.
Literally.
And you're like, God damn it. But anyways.
At this point,
Yeah.
Indeed is literally just like Instagram.
She said Indeed is like
Indeed is like Instagram.
No,
Like,
it is. I've been getting no notifications like, ooh, Indeed.
yeah, like,
The application has been viewed.
I don't know who curated Indeed, but y'all need to hit up these employers
For real.
faster than ever because it's not making sense. You telling me they have 1,000 applicants? Well, why would you even let me apply if they're not even interviewing none
Right.
of them?
Like,
Like,
who's reading through all those damn resumes?
yeah, they're not. That's the
1,000
gag.
application. Bro, they be gassing on Indeed. That
Yeah.
shit be like, will pay you $60 an hour to watch a damn turkey, and now you got 30,000 people applying for that damn.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
And
Yeah. That's adulting. Jobs, Jesus Christ.
yeah, jobs is just a whole like folder of things.
Yeah.
It's like this thick.
But I feel like it's hard to get a job, but it's easier to get a career though.
Yes.
It's
No.
harder to
I
get
think
a
it's the
job.
opposite.
Nah.
I think it's easier to get a
it's
job.
harder to keep a job.
Huh?
Than it is to keep your career. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
I feel like anybody can get a career.
No, like it's hard to keep.
Maybe we're lost.
No, like
Oh, there.
no.
Okay,
like,
let's
it's hard-
backtrack.
Let's
job,
I said
career.
It's hard to keep like a job than it is to keep a career.
I don't know, because some
Because
people.
a job you might not like it, but like your career you might like it if you find challenges and stuff. Like a job, like your manager might be blowing
Stupid
you or whatever, and you're like, all right, I fucking quit. But like if it's your career, you're like, okay, I'll work around it, I guess.
I don't know.
Oh,
I feel
no.
like some people view
One
their
thing about
career
me,
as a job.
I'm a lead.
Unless you can love your job and it's not your career.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Yeah.
you can always there's jobs everywhere, but
Yeah,
you can't.
exactly.
You could be working McDonald's, but that's not your career. That's not what you want to do.
But you can love
Yeah,
working
but
at
you gonna
McDonald's.
quit McDonald's faster than you would quit your career. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's easier to get a job than a
I'm
career.
not saying get. I'm saying to keep.
Anybody can be in a career. I feel like you can go to school and choose to be in whatever career you can be.
Yeah.
But it's harder to get a job because even people.
I'm not saying obtaining it. I'm saying like
Keeping it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's easier to keep a job than a career, or
No, easier to keep a career than a job.
Are you
A career
serious? I
job?
feel like that's
No, because
Are you talking about like nursing,
for example,
firefighters?
No, like literally, like for example, like let's say you went to school for like nursing, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the career that you love. That's what you want to go into. But like, let's say you're still in school, you didn't get your stuff yet, but like you're working at McDonald's.
because that's a
Whatever.
job.
Yeah, 'cause that's a job.
Okay.
Right? But like if like let's say you graduate or whatever, and you like it's like let's say like okay, your manager at McDonald's starts blowing you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna leave that job faster than you would once you got your
Leaving
nursing
your
job.
career.
That's what I'm
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's different because like you literally worked for a career, something like you.
Yeah,
worked
so
for.
sometimes
Yeah.
it's harder to
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
So, what's been going on with you, Stephanie?
Oh, with me, let's see. Not much has been going on with me lately. I've just been smiling, frowning now and then.
Frowning. I'm just,
It's been more smiling than frowning. I love that for myself. But I got a couple tattoos. I got matching ones.
she want to beat us so bad.
So
like,
bad.
it's so great to have a fan. She didn't ask
obsessed
for
with
an
them.
autograph though.
I
so
love having fans.
Yeah, it's
but
great.
It's
Your
just like
biggest fan.
at this
Can't
point,
lie.
like
She's an eater.
a
Not too much.
a stalker
Eater. She's
even.
a
Not too much.
muncher.
I got a matching tattoo. Well, it's not matching.
not a matching
I've been wanting this tattoo.
We went
And
in there
Melissa
with
just
that.
advertised it first, so I got a
I
tattoo.
gotta. We did it together. No,
we didn't go together.
we like this.
Look,
Definitely like
we were
this.
sitting right next to each other. But yeah, I got
Well, me
a
and
tattoo.
Melissa were sitting right next to each other, and then you dropped in.
We were like this.
You guys don't even have matching tattoos.
Yeah, but we went together. We do technically we have matching tattoos. It's just the one that we have here, but it just says different things. But hers
Yours
is
says something and hers is a picture of something.
No.
she has
Our
a
first
tattoo
one.
here. Our first one. Hers says Inshallah.
This means
So-
God willing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my God, Jesus Christ, is willing.
Willing. Amen.
I got one matching with Melissa, and then I also have.
Okay, back to me.
And then I got one. I got one with Sophie. Well, I didn't get one with her. I was inspired.
I was there
I'll
when you got
say.
that tattoo.
Let's not talk about that. That's not even there. And then, but so far I have like matching tattoos with like 3 people out of the friend group so far. I'm trying to get all the infinity
My old
stones.
boss.
I don't know if I'm gonna get a matching tattoo all time.
You got a matching tattoo with my old boss.
Make sure you get that rib tat that
Oh,
she
no.
got.
I'll probably get it, but not on my rib. I'll put it on my
That's not even a wrist. That's a spleen tat. That shit right here.
That's an ab tat. She got on her abs.
Abs.
The way, no, honestly, when we were there, you should have seen Whitney and Stephanie's face, bro.
Why?
They
Why?
were stretching. I mean,
No, I was not. I
What,
got
it
the
hurt?
patient level.
the thing is, okay, maybe I do have a.
We all know you have
But
lactose
that's when you
intolerance.
get your tattoo. Like,
Yeah,
where
it's-
she got it, like over there, that's freaking crazy.
No,
That shit hurts.
but the thing is, she got it on her back. I got it on my rib.
like your
so-
back is painful more. Where
No, the
No,
rib
no.
is the rib is
Your
more.
rib-
your back. If I could do this shit, your back.
No,
Look
bro.
at this on your abs.
Your
Your
back
abs
is
is different.
there's mad muscles back here. You're
Yeah.
not gonna feel it as much
With
as
the
you're gonna
ribs,
feel it
closer you
over
get to your spine,
here.
the more it's gonna hurt.
The ribs,
to your
the ribs,
spine.
because
Well,
it's
hers
like
is not to
more.
her spine. Hers is the back of her
Downside.
shoulder.
Oh, okay. Then
But then the ribs
You
hurt
guys
because
can
it's
see.
like multiple.
Yeah.
But here,
Mine
it's
kinda
only this
tickled.
one.
Mine didn't really hurt.
But they were not screaming, but I was like, girl.
I wanted to
I
y'all.
was on the.
I was like, girl, hurry up, girl, let's go. I was like, come on now.
Mine neither.
You still haven't gotten your baby.
Yeah.
You haven't given birth.
Well, so that's for when I'm a grown up. Right now, I'm still
You
being
are
grown. This should be hurting.
Adulting.
I feel like once I become a mom, I'm gonna be in that mindset of like, okay, this is I'm not pregnant, so it's not like I'm.
Did it actually hurt though?
Which one?
You're both of which one hurt more?
What?
The one
on my
tattoo
shoulder,
hurt.
the one
That
on
one
my
hurt more. It's probably different just because I don't know. Cause yours is on your
Shoulders
ribs
shouldn't
too,
hurt that
right?
much, though.
I have 2 on my ribs.
Yeah, cause your shoulders probably
But you
shouldn't hurt
have
that
words.
much.
That's an actual thing. So that
No, she
No,
has
that's
the
the same-
same
I
one.
have the same
She has
one.
the same
Has
one,
on her
and
rib
she
cage.
got it on her ribs, and it didn't hurt.
Yeah,
Melissa.
that's what I'm saying. It hurt, but I wasn't like
God.
I wasn't in like the
Mine kind of tickled for real, but mine is one word, so it was
about
just
you,
like,
Sophie?
yeah. Well, guys.
Jesus. Let's stop praying now at this point.
Hallelujah. But honestly, this past week has just been like I feel like August or like the end of July honestly was decently good for me. It was like decently good. Like things happen, but I could never say like terrible things happen. But this past week, oh Lord, I bought a car 3 months ago.
Amen.
Car decided to give me a little.
break
Car decided to do a
down.
backflip and shit like that. So it started to break down on me. First of all, the AC wasn't working in my car all summer.
Hot box.
Hot box. Literally, I would drive to 40 minutes to work. No AC would be 100 degrees outside. Y'all cannot tell me my patience was not there. My patience was there. At that point, literally, I would just drive to work and I'd be like, it don't even matter. It's just one drive to work. Because on the drive back, I'll come back at night or like in the morning and it's not that hot. So I would just think about it's not going to be hot when I drive back. That's all I would think about.
I know that
But-
is crazy too.
Yeah, the traffic was crazy and it would make it so much worse. I would literally I still have tan lines from like, it's crazy. But yeah, like car decided to break down and stuff. Had to get rid of it because it came to the point where it's like there's no point of putting in money into something that's just going to continue to break down.
Yeah.
And then I was stressed because I was like, I have to sell my car. And then I moved. When was this? My car broke down like Thursday, Friday of like last week. Thursday, Friday of last week. I had to move into school on Tuesday of that next week, and in a matter of 3 days, I got a car because I was like, I cannot go to school without a car. That was the whole point of me even getting a car in the first place, was specifically just for school and also for work. So, God answered his prayers, and I got a car now.
The most craziest way.
Yeah, we did it in a very like
Bad words.
all the cars that I went to go see. Why all of them? None of their AC worked. Literally, like the car I have now, the AC. When I first went to go see it, the AC didn't work until.
Really?
Yeah, the AC didn't work. The guy went to go fix it before I
charge
bought
you for
it.
that, or-
No, he just sent it. Yeah, good man. He just sent it over to like his mechanic across the street, and they fixed it. Cause I was like, bruh, like, and then it was either the car was like too expensive or like the mileage was too high. Like getting a car is just
stressful.
That process.
it's just very stressful. But I was just at the point where it's like, listen, I just need a car. I just need a car. I was like, I'm not gonna get a scooter at this point. Like, I don't know. I need something.
A bike.
Something. But yeah, I got a car now. My little
It's not little.
yeah. It's not little, but
Big car, big Sophie.
yeah. So we are very good now. Now it's just about making those car payments. And yeah, but other than that, what else? Oh yeah, stressing myself so much to where I got sick. Yeah,
Yes.
I do that a
Oh
lot.
my god.
That's crazy.
That's one of my
The
character.
many talents.
That's one of my character traits. But the thing is, I don't even know I'm stressing until I'm sick, and then I'm like, whoa, let's backtrack.
Because Sophie be doing overnights like back to back to back, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm sick now." I'm like, "Yeah, because your body needs rest." Like, what do you mean? Like,
I mean, didn't your job lose? The AC stopped working.
Yes, bro. Oh my gosh, that day I think I drove with no AC.
No AC.
I drove to no AC, and it was I think it was one of like the hottest days too, because because one of the electricity poles like caught on fire or whatever because it was so hot outside. 60,000 people in Jersey had no power, like in North Jersey. So basically, like, the power went out, and where I work, it's like there's 3 floors. It's like a nursing home, so there's 3 floors or whatever. There's elevators, you know, but since the power went out, the elevators are not working. They have generators, but not like for the elevators. So like there's lights and stuff, but the AC is not working.
You know what's crazy?
And it's hot in there, and it's stinky. And then when it was time to feed the patients, the kitchen brings the car up on the elevator. I'm working on the 3rd floor that day. Obviously, the elevator is not working. They talking about line up in the staircase and pass the trays all the way up. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna melt or if I'm just gonna scream and turn into the Tasmanian devil and just start spiraling in this hallway. Like I wanted to oh god, like I just wanted to scream so bad. Because you know what? Like when the power went out, it was like 4:00. I was like, okay, the elevators are not working. Are they gonna make us go all the way downstairs and come up? In my head, I was like, if they make me do that, I'm walking out of this fucking building.
And she still did it.
And I still did it because I was like, I can't walk out because I need the money to fix my car, and they clearly need the money to fix because somebody didn't pay the AC bill. That's why that shit is out. So yeah, like the elevators weren't working until it was time for me to clock out, basically. So it was just last week was just.
We're glad it's over. On some other things.
Yeah.
Last week was like the moods were just down.
That was character building, I would say.
No, yes, 100%.
I think it was also just because it was a shift of a season.
Yeah.
Also, just because it's like early, kind of still like the end of August. Now we're getting back into like school year, and like, you know, stacking our beds. Summer we've enjoyed. We've had a lot of enjoyment this summer. I would
More
say.
enjoyment to come.
Yeah, definitely. We're still going on vacay, which you guys will see because we're gonna vlog it. That's what y'all will see the vacay. Well, damn, not what on vacay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but so what do people not tell you about being an adult? Like, what's one thing that is like, why didn't nobody tell me this? Why am I doing this?
That health insurance is not the same thing as dental insurance.
Yeah.
Like that shit
That's
is,
a
I feel like that shit is like, but isn't my teeth my health?
And
like,
the same thing with eye insurance. What's
It's,
going on with
there's
that?
literally 3 different insurances. But then if you get in a car accident, you can't use your health insurance to pay for whatever you got injured during the car accident. You have to use your car insurance to pay for that.
it don't
Does that even make any sense? Somebody ship me to Canada. Where's the free health care?
It's just a lot of useless spending.
Yeah.
A lot of useless
But I don't
spending.
understand, like, especially when it comes to America, when they were like, okay, free will, we're here for the people, and like, oh, we want the people to be good. Every other country provides
health care.
because it's a necessity.
It's a necessity.
So why do I
it.
have to pay for somebody to check my health?
Exactly.
Like if you're
Or if you're gonna make people pay, make it literally like, I don't understand why there's so many different insurances and shit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Make one universal health insurance and make it so it covers dental, eye, car,
The
whatever.
basics.
Yeah, the basics. Make it so there's full coverage for everybody and make people pay like what, $50 a month. Everybody would want to do that. $50 a month to cover everything. Who's gonna say no?
Right.
If you want to make people pay, but y'all want to be stingy and make people pay like hundreds and hundreds a month on multiple different insurances, and then when you tell them, oh, can I go see this doctor? Your insurance doesn't cover it. You can't go see them.
Let's really
What?
talk about it, because dental insurance is freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Because you can have the most expensive dental insurance, because I've had it, because I had to get like my teeth fixed or whatever. You cannot, like, the highest thing, like the premium would probably be like, okay, this month will cover up to like $2,000. Dentals, in 1 year. So you have, like, let's say you go over that, you have to wait like until the next year to get whatever the hell you need to get done. Is that make no sense?
Yeah.
Because why am I
Like
paying all this bread?
you pay a month and then they give you a budget of what you can use for that year. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you can fall down the stairs and break all your teeth and they're like, you gotta wait for like 5 years to fully fix all your teeth.
Well, you gotta pay like 30,000 bands.
Yeah.
For now, but you.
Like, where's my money going? Literally.
Whoever's up there, make that shit the same. Make that shit. Why is healthcare and dental? They should not be separate. I'm sorry.
That literally doesn't make any sense.
And can you imagine, like, we're coming to that age, well, almost to that age where we'll have to give birth. Not have to, it's your choice, girl. But it's more of a sense like, if you do, that bill is like $20,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
And
more.
I'm doing all the pushing. Y'all just watching.
It's literally all you're doing. I mean, yes, they
I
work
mean-
to be in that job.
Yeah.
No,
But
yeah.
like, it's more of a sense. It's like in other countries. First of all, we don't get like
They
paid
get
time
paid
leave.
leave. Yeah, paid
We
leave.
don't get like the opportunity to be like in a more and being black women at
Yeah.
that.
It's
It's
not
more.
safe.
It's not safe.
Yeah, it's
So I'm
not
like,
safe.
why am I paying that much money for the risk of me even potentially dying?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Funny fact, literally when my sister gave birth, the next day they sent a bill to my little nephew. The nigga was a day old.
Yeah.
Why he got a bill?
It doesn't.
What's
it doesn't
going
make-
on?
Why he got a
They done
bill?
made his social security and everything. They said 1, 2, 3, 4. Put his name.
But
Da-da-da.
the baby, like he was just
Baby ain't even know how to say anything.
bill.
Talking about a bill.
adulting at one day.
I feel like that's one thing that people didn't really tell me about was like how serious bills are. Like it's like whoa.
I feel
Like now that I have like actual bills, because before like I'll pay like my phone bill maybe, but like
So
She said
that's
maybe.
even crazy.
that's even crazy too, because it's like, why are you charging me like how much money for my
a damn car
phone?
note for a phone.
Like,
Are you
what are you doing, bro? Like, it's just ridiculous. I don't even. If I paid for my whole phone, why am I still paying per month for my phone? I paid it off. What am I paying for at this point? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then car insurance is just another thing. And then car notes is just another thing. And then obviously now you gotta make sure your health is good. So you gotta pay to go see a doctor all the time, co-pays and stuff like that. Like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, for me, it's just bills, like, because they are serious. And I don't want to do
Credit
it no
card
more.
bills.
And credit card bills too. But I feel like now, like, it's so much harder because everything is inflation right now. So everything is so expensive, and it just makes it way harder than what it normally would be. Because like, if it was like how things were priced, like when we were like sophomore, like freshman year in high school, like I feel like I could manage everything easily, like, and not work as much. Now I have to literally like slave myself to even live paycheck by paycheck.
Gas is $5.
Like
what
gas
are we
is
doing?
literally $5, and they've only lowered it by like a
But
couple
they be
cents.
having its good days sometimes.
Yeah,
No, it
you,
does.
Like
it's
one
a hit or
random Wednesday
misses.
is gonna be like $3.59.
Yeah,
And
I saw
then-
somewhere it was like $3.70.
Yeah.
I remember when it used to be $2.30.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember when it
And
used to be
I'm praying for
$1.49.
those.
Yeah, I remember when it used to be $1.
That shit used to be $1.49. $20 will get you there, baby.
we used to complain on those days, but look at us now.
Look at us now. God heard us talk mad stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, okay."
We paying for a 4 for
You done
4
raised
on
all the
gas.
price.
Like,
Literally.
damn.
He said, watch this.
Yeah,
But I think one thing somebody didn't tell me is there's no gold stars when you're adult. Like when you're young, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, let's clap for you! Oh my God, you did that!" But when you're adult, you gotta clap for yourself. Because if you don't learn to like rejoice on the little things, you're gonna be stressed about the small things. I'd be taking the small things as like, okay, I finished a meal today. I have a meal today. Like, let me clap for that.
because that's what you have to do in order to not go insane.
No, yeah, it's more like, because I think most of the times we take so much negativity, and that negativity builds up because we're like, oh, well, I didn't complete this. My bill is this. Da 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 da. I have to do this, and then the other. And then there's never a time where we just like sit and just appreciate ourselves, because like we need that. Like,
Yeah.
because when things like this happen, like when you almost go in a car accident, this, that, and the other, you don't see the blessings. Like, damn, I almost died in a car accident, but God blessed me to a extent where I can live longer. Okay, that's a blessing. Let me take that and rejoice about that. But yeah.
I think also tying into that, I feel like if having a good, like being able to set a good schedule for yourself, like having sort of what is it called, like having a routine, being able to have like a routine is like super helpful. Because like some days it's just like, damn, it's like you don't want to get up and everything, but like once you're able to set that routine and like train yourself to follow it, I feel like that helps
Like
things
build good
move along.
habits
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
100%.
Move along easier, and also setting that time aside for yourself. where,
Yeah.
like, just to like sit down and like rewind and just like
Breathe
relax.
for a second.
Watch your movie.
Because even following that routine, things get a little bit dreary.
Yeah.
You start feeling monotonous, like damn, like I'm doing this all over again. But
Yeah.
yeah, just having time to yourself. I don't know. And it's also, I know it's just like so much harder to make friends as an adult. Like, if I didn't have them as friends, I probably would.
Yeah, everybody's busy, and even with us, it's so hard to even like make time to do certain things just
Maintaining
because.
a friendship.
Yeah, because we're all busy. We all have different, separate individual lives. We're all doing different things.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to even like sit down and even, you know. But it's the effort that comes with it, like just sacrificing the time and making the time and stuff like that. But yeah, what is the hardest part of adulting? Like, what's something that's like, damn, like, even though we kind of answered this a little bit, but like, what's like something?
I feel like sort of like being sure with yourself, like not comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah. Or like where people are at in their life, especially if they're like your age. Because like I feel like social media does that a lot. Like people were talking about, oh, I'm 22, I went to 12 countries and I have my own luxurious apartment and I have my own like, you know, 2022 car
in the middle of the hood. Don't believe
and stuff like that. Like, you know, even like not even knocking down what they've accomplished, but sometimes it's like everybody has a different path.
Yeah.
You can't continue to compare yourself and be like, oh, I wish I was here, I wish I was here. If you want to be there, work to be there, because that person worked to be where they were at. Like, and they have every right to say, oh, I got this, I got that. That's their life. They can say whatever they want, but you just have to know, like, all right, if I want that life, I literally have to work for it. That's all it is. Just don't compare yourself a lot.
Regardless, is even if comparison is by nature, because that's, especially now, it's easier to compare yourself with social media, but it's more of a sense you have to literally understand, like, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. We're all gonna reach a finish line, and not everybody's finish line has the same ribbon.
Yeah.
You're not all going to cross the same exact finish line.
Yeah.
Their path is different than your path, and concentrate on your path. Being like, okay, the only thing I'm competing against is me. Like, okay, a month ago, I wasn't the same person I am right now. That's enough for me to rejoice.
Exactly.
That's okay.
Yeah, like success comes in many different forms.
Yeah. No,
Like,
100%.
don't try and like compare yourself with
For
others.
some people, it could be materialistic. Other people, it could just be like spiritually and who you are as a person, mentally and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like for me, the hardest part of adulting is just doing everything by myself. Like because sometimes, like now that I am where I'm at now, and I am doing a lot of things by myself. Something that I feel like I didn't really give my parents credit for is like they really did a lot for me. I feel like for me specifically, or even just like for me and my siblings, like I feel like in a way we were kind of spoiled for certain things. No, I feel like
maybe speak for you.
For certain things, like I feel like we were kind of spoiled for like when it comes to the aspect of like even though certain things they had to do legally, you know, you have to do it because you're my parent, but like not really understanding like, okay, like they actually like, you know, like that was actually a lot for them to do. Like even like something simple, like making sure like there's always food in the house, or like making sure that like I'm going to my doctor's appointment, I'm getting my dentist checkup, I'm, you know, stuff like that. Like you don't take that into accountability, especially because once you get older, it's like, oh, like even making my own doctor appointment. My first time making a doctor's appointment, I was like, Mom, can you call them for me? Like, I was like, why am I calling the doctor? Like, she was like, you're 18. I was like, why do I have to go to the doctor by myself? She was like, you're legally allowed to go by yourself. I was like, girl, I don't want to go by myself. But yeah, like stuff like that, just doing things by myself now. Cause I'm used to having like a lot of people, you know, helping, but now it's like, girl, you gotta. And especially just because my parents are also getting older, so they also have to like focus on their stuff, and they're understanding that I'm getting older, so they kind of like are stepping away from that and letting me navigate through life. But yeah, I would say that like just doing things by myself.
Yeah, you just have a lot of mental strength because like you said, you are going to be like depending on yourself a lot. So like being able to like fortify your mind, so like you're able to keep yourself up and going. Yeah, I think that's like really important for when like stepping into adulthood.
Especially with health, I feel like it's easy to forget about your health, and I think that's the number one, especially the way we were raised. It's more like we see our parents, they have great work ethics.
Yeah, they
those people can work day in and day out.
Day in and day out.
But and then it comes to a time they're like their health starts to decay, because most of the time it's like, okay, in the African mindset, we're supposed to be working and if you're resting, you're not doing enough. But it's more of a sense, if you look at other people, they plan vacations, they have time off, because your body does need that. And sometimes we tend to forget that because we're so stuck in the grit mindset. Okay, we have to be doing greater and better and greater and better. But also your body needs rest, like to be able to get to that point. So like when it comes to like dentist checkups, or even I'm an advocate for therapy, in and out. That is also part of health, and you are ignoring that. It's more of a sense it's going to come back and bite your ass, because you're still ignoring it. So it's more of a sense like, if listen to your body. If you're sad that day, ask yourself, why am I sad? Is it because I'm not concentrating on myself? What, like in that during that span of the week, if my back hurts, okay, that $144 check, that $1.44 check is not gonna be worthy, like in 2-3 years down the line when I have to have back surgery or have to be in the nursing home. No, I need rest. I'm gonna call out. Just taking time for yourself.
I feel like that's something I'm also trying to learn too.
Not taking things too personally when you become an adult. Because at the end, like, you're dealing with, like, you know, when we're kids or whatever, like, you know, we're dealing with people our age, and, you know, we're still, like, mature and whatever. But, like, when you're an adult, like, people are going to tell you what it is straight. And you have to learn how to take, like, constructive criticism. You have to learn how to take stuff like that in, like, not too personally. Because they're not meaning it in a way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because when we're kids, we're babied. We're like, okay, baby, maybe let's not do this next time.
Yeah, no one's going to spare your feelings.
No one's going to spare your feelings. We're going to tell it to you straight. And if you can't handle stuff like that, you ain't ready to be an adult. Like, like, literally just state, like, it's just not what you think it is.
Not even, you could be there's adults that just don't know how to take criticism at all, like constructive criticism. And it's sad because, like, then you're not growing. Then you're not a mature adult. You're just
you always
adult.
think, like, people are attacking you or attacking your character, when in reality, they're just trying to let you know, like, listen, like, sometimes you just, you know, maybe you should just do this instead and stuff like that. But So how do you guys deal with failure? Sometimes I do sleep. Sometimes I just need a little.
When it comes to failure, I like to, like, take in, like, where it is I went wrong and how, like, I like to turn that stuff into, like, a lesson, like, where I went wrong and how I'm gonna do better next time. Because just because you did it, like, just because you failed, doesn't mean, like, it's gonna change that goal that you had in mind. So it's like, you just, like, if you really want that goal, and let's say you failed at step 3 or whatever, make step 3.0 and try it again, and, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's if you really want it.
I feel like sometimes for me, sometimes I really don't be dealing with failure. Sometimes I'm like, girl, shut up. Like, put that shit in the back of my head. It's really delusion. Not perfect. But yeah, definitely delusion. But I feel like sometimes I just need to soak. Just a little bit of soaking for like 2 seconds, and then
get up,
and then I'll get up and I rise. Stand up, I rise with Jesus. And like me, I'm just like, if I'm sad, just give me 2 seconds. Let me just be sad for a little bit. But dealing with, like Vali said, like, just knowing, like, it's just a temporary thing, and you have to take things like day by day and understand, like, if you don't want this failure to happen again, you have to bust your butt to make sure it doesn't happen again, and do everything in your ability and only focus on things that you can control. I feel like that's something with failure too. Like, don't be like, oh my gosh, like, this didn't happen. But for example, the car broke down. That was not in my control. That I didn't fail. Like, that's just things that just happened. But when you can, like, you know, have things that are in your control, like, you know, making sure that I can get a car and going to look for cars, making sure that the car is good. Those are things that are in my control. So I made sure that I could do that and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I used to feel like every time, this is back when I was younger, of course, when I wasn't as cultured and matured. But I used to, like, every time I'd fail, I'm not going to lie, I'd be like, damn, my whole life is over now. But, like, you know.
Dramatic.
I'd go to my room, go hide under the bed, just become one big teardrop. Like, I don't know. I feel like nowadays, like, yeah, it sucks to fail, but it's like, I try, like, I'm like, whatever. It's like, because what can you do now? You failed, it is what it is. Just learning. It's better when you, like, put that energy towards, like, trying to figure out, like, how can I turn this around? Or, like, I mean, I don't see failing as such a bad thing. It's like, because now it's like,
It
okay, I
happens.
failed because I tried.
Yeah.
It happens to everybody.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
don't beat
People
yourself up
definitely
about
just said,
that.
like, you failed because you tried.
Yeah.
And sometimes failure is a rise to another success. So if you fail, it's an opportunity. Well, how I take it is, it's like sometimes when we fail, we think, oh, we didn't do enough. But sometimes you did enough.
You did enough, and it's just-
it's okay.
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
just
fine.
life.
But it wasn't for you at that moment, and it's okay. You worked. Sophie, she worked for that car. It's not like she didn't work for. It's not like she didn't do enough. She did enough at that time. But it was a rise to success. I'm like, okay, God is trying to tell me something.
Yeah.
At
And
that
now I have a
point.
better car. So
Yeah,
it is
so
what
it's
it
just more
is.
like, okay, this
With
door is
AC too.
closed, another one's opening, but you have to be like willing to understand
Yeah.
and wait for that opportunity to
You gotta have
arise.
that perseverance. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you're not
No,
failing, something's going wrong.
Right.
Because you're not trying to do
You
it.
gotta
Right,
put that
exactly.
failure, like, into like turn into faith, leave it with God.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that's what's
You gonna
get
stress
through
yourself
it.
out.
Because failure is like it's going to happen through life. Like you're not just gonna have like a perfect life. Like life is not Instagram where people only show you like their
The good
flowers.
stuff. Mm.
You know, like those people that you see, like they have failed too at certain times in their lives. So it's just like,
Yeah, it takes failure to grow.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So, have you felt like there isn't time for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially honestly, like the past couple weeks, like I haven't had like real time to myself. Like I've been like trying to work and like get stuff done where it's just like you tend to forget like about certain things. Like especially like like you know, Melissa's our favorite mental health advocate right here. So like it got to the point where we're just like I literally had to like sit myself down and be like, you need to take your butt and go to therapy, like because there's no way all this stuff has been happening and you haven't been focusing like on
yourself,
And when I
right.
had that one session, God, child,
Yeah.
shout out to you, girl. You know, like,
Yeah. I definitely agree with Melissa. I feel like once you're stuck into that like sort of role and routine of like going through life as an adult, whatever, you do sometimes forget like to sort of take time for yourself, and you feel like you see yourself like as like a second. You put your body and
Yeah.
your needs second place,
Right.
like. So like what needs to be done? Like yes, you can have your goals and try and get them done, but always try to put yourself first, mentally, physically, emotionally, because it really does appear on your body. Like with Sophie, like if she's like working too much and not focused, she literally gets sick from, like because she's like
she's so
because things don't go her way.
My body be dramatic. It don't even be me for real.
It's like, okay, we're shutting down now.
My body just be one of
Your body will shut down for you if you're not listening. It will do it for you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not through like physically like you're getting sick, but sometimes it's through your emotions.
Yeah.
When you find yourself starting to get irritated and angry,
Yeah.
and you're like, damn, like why did I just snap at you?
PMSing.
And you're like, okay, I snap because I'm not working on myself. Like I have so much. You're spiraling to the point of like, okay, it's spiraling through. For me, before I used to hold things in so much, and then like I dropped my cup and the water spilled, and I'm over here crying a rip.
Yeah.
Over spilt milk.
Because water.
out.
Yeah. So exactly. In one way
bottling
or
up
another,
your
it's
emotions,
going
yeah.
to like come out. So you have to be like, okay, I don't want to build it up, and then shoot, I can't deal with this big bridge that I just made. I'm gonna deal with it in sections and pieces, because no.
Like, and then like it's even worse like when other people start to notice it and you be like, damn, like
What's wrong with you?
damn, what's wrong with her?
Yeah.
You getting mad lately, or like
Yeah.
she's been going out a lot now lately, or damn, like she ain't never used to
Do that. And that's do
and
that.
now she
But yeah, I feel like also like it's more of a sense that now that I've realized, okay, people are all like that, I don't take other people's like reactions to me so personal, being like, I'm not in charge of someone's behavior on how I should feel. Just
Yeah.
because they snapped at me doesn't mean I'm not a good person. They're just dealing with something right now. I'm not
Yeah.
going to internalize what they're dealing with. That's their business.
Because then you're
I'm
gonna
deal
take
with
their
me.
problems personally and try to like
Right.
be like, oh well, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
What is this? In
It's not
reality, they're
me.
just having a bad day, and it's just
They got to work that out.
Yeah.
Just don't bring it here.
I'm gonna give you some
Yeah.
space, girl. Okay.
I'm giving you a minute.
Has there ever been a moment where you feel like you can't handle the pressure and you feel like it's like
Yeah.
way
Definitely. I feel like, especially with what you guys were talking about before, like being in between jobs, or like when you're at that moment, like because now we're grown up and we have to start paying like more serious bills or whatever. So when you find yourself like I know for me, like before, like it was hard to find a job or whatever, and like being in that like sort of like wavy, like confused sort of transition period of like you're not working, so now therefore you don't have a routine, so you start to feel like sort of like sad because like you feel like you're not doing anything with yourself. So like I feel like if you're in the process, I think the hardest thing for like most adults is like having that process, that transition period of like finding a job and like just sort of just knowing that you'll be okay, but like things taking so long.
Yeah.
So that was me a little.
I feel like I feel like I do feel a lot of pressure just because it's like obviously you want things to be good for you, you want the best for yourself, but there's also other people around who want the best for yourself, but they might pressure you to do things that you don't even want to do. Like for example, like some kids go to school for stuff they don't want to do just because that's what their parents are telling them to do, and it's like you feel that pressure where it's like I don't want to do this, but like it feels like I have to do this, and like you might feel guilty stepping away from doing what they're telling you to do. But in reality it's like you have to understand, like at the end of the day, like I always say this, it's like you're living your life for you, like it's not for nobody else. Like at the end of the day, you know what you feel, you see life through your eyes. Don't try to twist it. Obviously put yourself in other people's shoes, but don't do it to where you're gonna end up sacrificing your needs and your wants and stuff like that. But yeah, like the pressure is getting worse. So
For real.
yeah, but sometimes it's always good to step away. Like for me, I'm always in my bed, so sometimes if the pressure's too much, I'm gonna just get in my bed, close the curtains, and just
Sleep
and just lay down for a little bit. Just knowing when it's like too much. I feel like that's something that I've learned too. Is like knowing whenever I get like too overstimulated, I just need to take a
I feel like
step
for
away.
me, it's more so like, you know, while you're like when you're becoming an adult, like the pressure, like if you're the oldest sibling, the pressure of but like making sure that your other siblings are gonna be okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm not there, like is my little brother gonna be okay? Is my sister gonna be okay? Like if we going places, I'm like, are these people gonna be okay? So like the pressure of just like making sure that you build something so good for yourself that at the end of the day, like you're able to like help everybody. So like I feel like that pressure, I know all my oldest siblings can relate. Like
Trust and believe.
When you're starting to get older, like you don't mean it, but you literally start acting like not a mom, but like a
parent.
Like, and it's so weird because I'm like when I'm doing something, I'm like, why the hell am I thinking about my little brother right now? Like, it's like, damn, like why am I thinking about Sophie right now? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the pressure, for me, I've had periods of time where I'm like, there's just so much. Because, again, last year, I got into a car accident, came back, my mom was sick. Then my mom passed away. Then I got COVID. Then I lost my job. So, like, all those happened in the span of literally 4 months. And I'm like, damn, like,
that's a lot.
It was a lot because I'm like, I'm stuck in my room and it's December and it's Christmas and you're like, I don't have my job, I don't have my mom, don't have gifts. I'm stuck in COVID quarantining and I have to deal with this all by myself, like in isolation.
That is so crazy.
So it's like, you have to battle. And I think that's the problem with like not allowing yourself to feel, because you're allowed to feel. You're allowed to stay in the same, like, yeah, this sucks. And it's okay. That I feel like it's easier. Not easier. It's better if you let the emotions go and flow through you than stay in you.
Yeah.
You're sad. Feel that sadness, but don't let it be like an eternity of sadness. Be like, okay, I'm sad now, but listen, I'm not going to let this situation win over me. No, I'm not. And I think that was a preparation of like where I am right now in the state. Because if I wasn't able to deal with all that, like pushing down on me consistently, like I wouldn't be able to deal with like stuff that I'm handling right now, like learning more about like my mom's situation, or dealing with like issues with like my siblings and how to deal with the financial situation. So it's more of a sense like when you're stuck in a season, understand what God is trying to tell you in that season.
Yeah.
And he's trying to like equip you for things coming forward. Take your tools and go into be like, okay, he wants me to be more patient. He wants me to be more communicative. Okay. Literally 4 months down the line, okay, now I have to use those tools with like my friends. I have to be more patient. I have to be more communicative. So it's more of a sense like take it how it is and being okay that this is just a lesson. It's a bump. It's gonna pass. But yeah.
I think what I also noticed that a lot of people are fighting like so many unnecessary silent battles. I feel like
100%.
I feel like once you allow yourself, like that's why I feel like it's very important nowadays, like especially when you're adult, to be able to like have someone or like have a few people like close friends that you're able to rely on. I know especially for me, like when I was going through hard times, I was like bottling everything to myself because you feel the pressure from everyone to feel like everyone's like you're pressure to feel like okay, you're pressure to feel like so you're supposed to have all your things together, but like it's okay to like sort of like what as you said, to let yourself feel those things, be sad or whatever, and also to like seek help from others, like seek help from your friends, or like have sort of like always have like a way to be able to like reset yourself and reset your emotions, like have a source, like whether it's like journaling or going on walks or like talking to your friends or family or even going to therapy, like being able to like outlet your emotions and whatever's like stressing you is like really important
in a good way too.
Exactly, because you don't have to bottle it out. Like,
It's not.
it's okay.
A man is not an island at all.
A man is not an island at all.
Yes, ma'am. So damn. Now what did we learn? You know. So what do you think each of us needs to hear right now?
Should we go like one by one?
Yeah.
We'll go one by one.
Too much, man. Not too much.
Let's start with Melissa.
Yeah.
Hey, Melissa.
Oh, I got something for Melissa.
Oh jeez, I'm
No, it's good though.
Just remember, you sleeping next to the night.
No, it's good.
No, I'm not sleeping next to her today.
Oh yeah, she's leaving.
I'm leaving.
I'm going to have the appointment to myself. I might have my sneaky.
You going too?
No, she's
No.
having the apartment to
My
herself.
sneaky.
If you want me to spend the night, just say that.
Shut up.
But I feel like what you need to hear right now, or I think that you need to hear, I feel like that everything's gonna be okay, Melissa, because like you really have had like a trying 2 weeks, because like you did
Not even 2 weeks, girl.
because it was not just that
Ever since I
one.
met this girl has literally been going through trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
Like,
No, for real.
Y'all want to find God's strongest soldier? Then she go find all the battles.
This is the one. This is the Lieutenant General,
You know, I'm fine with not having that role.
CEO.
the CEO of the company.
Heavy on not having that, bro.
I want to
Just a
retire,
simple foot
guys.
soldier.
Y'all would have found me. Look, I swear.
I'll just be the health soldier of the end of the
But yeah, I just feel like you've been through like so much these past couple weeks. I feel like, you know, I don't know, do you want, you know, I'm always here if you need a hug or whatever. Because I do feel like sometimes you keep that to like, you keep your worries to yourself. Or like, I know you like, you talk to your therapist and whatever. But like, you know, we're here or whatever too if you want to know. Because we used to cry all the time, all the time together. I mean, even recently.
Let's go back to that.
I'm just crying with you.
No, I do.
Like what? People probably watching us like these girls are
Like, what is
insane.
wrong with
like, do they just
them?
cry all the time? Yes. If you want us to answer that, sometimes
We do.
But I feel like recently it's been more me crying lately with Melissa.
It's because you done moved out.
Yeah, you like, I'm in the phase like where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of healing from that, and then I'm like, okay, it's okay. let me get you.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Stephanie's like, not my crying partner.
She's gone.
I've been crying with my crying partner. But yeah, I just want to say that I thank you for being. Obviously, how do I put this? I just want to say thank you for being you, because like I feel like you're strong enough, and like sometimes you're strong enough for the both of us, because sometimes I be going through things, and I know I throw my trauma dump on you, and yeah, I'm just glad you're so able and you're so like ahead in like where you are mentally, like you know how to like handle yourself in such situations that you're able to like react to me better than how I would be able to react to you if the roles were reversed and if you were to come to me with certain situations. So I'm just glad that, you know, that your therapy works and it's working for both of us.
Sometimes you're getting the help.
No, really.
You're better for the both of us.
No, and while she gets better, I get better a lot. Like her blessings are overflowing and filling us up. So I love that for everyone.
Amen. Hallelujah.
God is good. God is good.
Her cup. now that she's filling her cup.
Yeah.
Her blessings are overflowing, so it's overflowing back to her.
No, but I need my cup to be filled.
I'm gonna pour into you when I'm full.
He was like, oh,
Wait, when I'm filled.
Therapy next month, guys. Therapy next month.
I think what Melissa needs to hear, I just think you need to hear that it's okay to be mean sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. It's
why do you
okay.
guys have Melissa be mean all the time?
No, Melissa's not mean.
Like for realsies.
No, Melissa's not mean.
Oh, yeah,
all.
no.
She's not mean.
Yeah,
but
when
I
she
feel like
needs to be not mean. I would say stern.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
very
stern.
understanding.
she can be stern, but I feel like sometimes it's okay to be mean. No, I'm so
Like, no,
sorry.
when you're still with other
sometimes-
people,
Sometimes it's
voice
okay
for
to be like,
yourself.
no, like
Oh, yeah, 'cause
it's
I-
okay. Even though it's not sometimes in certain situations, but I feel like sometimes when people are pushing your buttons, you need to be disrespectful. Like you need to like.
Give out some
Like,
couple
it's
slaps.
okay. It's
Give out some
okay
couple
to like.
What you went through like the past few weeks, like if I was in those situations, I would
have been fought everybody that was
Exactly. I
talking
would have
about
been fought me, Melissa. Like, I don't
would
know.
have been in jail. Like mugshot would have been out. Like
I
it would have been bad.
Like, yo, it's gonna be a big. Yo, just arrest me right now.
Yeah.
I feel like before, like when you guys didn't know me, I was in that state. I'm like, I'm cursing everybody out. Like I will literally make sure your dirt will be aired by the end of this conversation. Thank you. But now it's more of a sense. It's like I don't see the reason. It's not like okay. It's more of a sense. I need to find the balance of. I haven't found the balance of people taking advantage of me and being like okay stern. So I'm more leaning of like people taking advantage of me and being like because I'm so like not lenient but more compassionate to everybody else that I forget sometimes like put me in the back burner.
Like it's sometimes you put that compassion like you over. Like even I do it sometimes because you say it too. Like you think of too much about what people are feeling in that situation rather than what the reality is and what you're feeling.
Like
so
instead of being like,
okay.
oh, what about what they know? Think about like,
like sometimes it's okay to be like, nah. At the end of the day, this is my experience. So if this is an effed up situation, it's gonna be an effed up situation, and somebody's gonna get cursed out. Like it's okay. I'm gonna curse y'all out, and I'm gonna feel better in 2 seconds. It's fine. So yeah. Valerie, what do you think?
I feel like I'm gonna say the same thing as Sophie though. Like I feel like. Yeah, you do need to be mean sometimes. I just feel like sometimes you take other people's like whatever they're going to like through too much to like express like what you really want to say.
Like maybe you might take other people's like burdens on you.
Yeah, sometimes you're probably thinking like, oh my gosh, she's probably going through this and through that, but like that girl really just did some bullshit.
Yeah, like if she did some messed up thing, like it don't matter what she's going through at the end of the day.
We go through the most fucked up thing. Mostly like, damn, she's probably going through this. I'm like, yo, like
she just spilled the whole drink on you at the club, and you talking about she probably just had a bad day. Like, are you crazy?
She needs a hug.
Fighting right now. Like,
okay, so fight people more. Okay,
fight people more. Got it. Thank you.
Well, take this note and tell your therapist we said to be mean.
We'll see what she says about that this week.
Valentine, you're next.
Okay, I'll start with Valentine.
You cannot escape.
You cannot go. You cannot go.
You stuck in that bumba.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes you tend to have. I'm trying to find the word.
Guys, I feel like like in like those reality TV when they're about to like announce the winner and you just gotta wait and it's just
giving fire pit and Love Island.
You are a cast
I would like to couple up for this boy
because
but I feel like sometimes you do have amnesia hurting. More
what?
Amnesia hurting. Like sometimes you hurt, but you get like or like amnesia disrespect. More of a sense like people disrespect you, but then 2 weeks down your line, you're like, oh, didn't they just
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, but it's more of a sense like if and I think more almost in like the same line, but for you will curse somebody out. For me, I'm you gonna curse somebody.
But you gonna curse somebody out and then you gonna forget that you cursed somebody out. And then you gonna forget the disrespect that
and
they
you be
did.
like, okay.
That's the one.
And then just continue. If you gonna curse somebody, curse them out and close the case.
Yeah, and
That's it.
wrap the bowl and
I feel
go.
like it's just like I know myself, like I feel like when something crazy happens, like I'm going to like, say my words, I'm gonna speak. But it's always like I sit back and I think I'm like, did I OD?
No.
But the thing is,
disrespect is disrespect.
I feel like in a state when somebody disrespects me, I don't have to curse them out, but I will literally demote you from the respect that I had from you, and you're not going to have the same advantage and platform that you had in my life before.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be like a silent, okay, bye, see ya.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly fading out.
Yeah.
But for you gonna curse them out. You gonna you'll state the fact that okay, I'm this and that and the other, but then you're like back to the situation.
Yeah.
And they're like, girl, why did you all that
just
for?
exploded and this girl is back on the world. Like,
I'm confused. So are we not? No, are we not? Like, I need to know.
hate them? Are we fighting them? What's going on?
Do we unfollow?
Are we blocking them?
Because they already been blocked on my end.
If I see him outside,
I feel like what you need to hear,
Yeah.
be like,
Good chat.
Early days right now. No, but I do feel like basically like the same thing that Melissa said, but also like just know that at a certain point you're like here. Don't try to connect yourself with people that are down here.
Right.
Like it's completely fine to understand that it's like if I'm here, I'm gonna stay here. I don't have to bring myself down or even try to lift them up. That's not your responsibility to do that. Like just understand like at the end of the day, like I said before, you're living your life for you. You have to understand you have to do what's best for you in that moment. And if it's something that's continuing to drain you and not give you anything good, don't surround yourself with stuff like that. Like that's not good.
That's the part of adulting is more of a sense knowing when to leave.
Yeah.
You need to know when to be like.
It is hard. It's very much easier said than done.
Yeah.
But it's you could take it step by step, day by day type of thing.
Yeah, mine is the same as Sophie and Melissa over there.
No, I'm here when so
We're in alignment.
But I just sort of feel like on top of whatever they said, but I also feel like I do want to acknowledge that I do see you getting better. I do see you trying to fix
Yes, 100%.
certain like little traits that you used to have that were like sort of negative and not be fitting for you. But I just no,
not very on brand.
No, we had to change the brand as the PR.
Rebrand.
But I do want to give you I'm just happy to see that you are taking in like what we say because we've talked off camera, like we've all talked about this before. So I'm just like happy to see that you're taking steps towards becoming better. I'm glad that you're doing therapy now.
100%.
And I'm just glad that you're becoming more vocal. Like before, like how we used to communicate was not the best, but I feel like you're getting better, and it's also helping. Like it's benefiting all of us. Like because you're communicating better, we're communicating better. So yeah, I just want to acknowledge that.
You guys, I need the equipment.
Now my turn.
Sophie.
Oh boy.
I know what y'all about to say for real.
I think
I got one.
I think what Sophie needs to hear is, child, it's gonna be okay. Don't stress yourself out right now.
Well,
Because a lot of the times, I feel like with Sophie, she does wear her heart on her sleeve, 100%. Like you'll know when she's
mad, you're gonna see it. When she's annoyed, you're gonna know.
You gonna know. You're definitely going.
It's
to
not
know.
a secret. It's definitely not a secret.
You don't have to ask her. Are you aware? You will know.
It's true.
Like, I'm sad.
Don't talk to me. Literally.
It's literally going to be written on her forehead.
yeah.
But it's more of a sense like, don't let certain situations put you into, like, don't let it win.
Yeah.
More of a sense it's like, it's happening at that time, but making it take so much of your emotions at that moment is letting it win.
Yeah.
So being like, okay, feel you're sad.
Yeah.
Or you can feel that sad, but don't make it a whole day sad.
Yeah.
Type
Sleep
of
for the whole
thing.
day. I don't really know. But
But yeah.
yeah.
I definitely agree with Melissa. I feel like sometimes you let yourself, you may happen to let yourself, because she's a very passionate girl. Let me not say she's passionate with her feelings.
As she would say, I'm a Pisces.
I'm a Pisces, so P for passionate.
But yeah, sometimes because
my moon rising.
My moon rising, my moon sinking. So yeah.
But I feel like sometimes like, you get so passionate about certain things and you let them, and then you let those sort of like momentary feelings become sort of like what Melissa said, like things that like feelings that are drawn out that don't have to be. So like, yeah, but at the same time, I love that about Sophie. I really do.
She lets herself feel, but I feel like she hasn't
Maybe
found the balance of like, okay, when do I stop? I'm letting it in me, but when is it flowing out?
Yeah, when am I turning into something positive?
Yeah.
I would say, because I've known her for so long.
Unfortunate.
I know this woman for too long now. But you were living together, so I don't think.
It's like we're related or something.
But I would say, for you, I would say to be like more aware of like the things that like of your own emotions, and like understand that just because you're angry does not mean like, or like if you're angry or sad or something like that, like doesn't mean that like everybody in the room, like you don't like everybody in the room doesn't need to feel like how you feel sometimes. So it's just like, yes, like you're upset or like but like yeah, we're still trying to go out and do like fun shit. So it's just like you don't necessarily have to like, I don't know how to say it.
It's more of a sense. I feel like,
or like be more, actually no, a better way to say like, be more aware like when you're being like passive aggressive in certain situations.
Okay.
I feel like when situations I do realize when she's sad, it does come off, and it's anger is a secondary emotion, so it does come off with her passive aggressiveness, and it's more of a sense for me. I internalize a lot of stuff. Like I pick up on people's moods, and if she's sad, I'm like, okay, damn, like, oh yeah, like what are you?
What's in the kitchen?
What am I doing?
Where am I gonna make this?
Does she want milk duds? What do I give her?
Not milk duds, please.
I go to milk dud.
40 cc's of milk duds.
Go to the Dodge right now. But yeah. Now Stephanie. Oh.
I would say not to, because sometimes you do this, but like not too much, but like over analyzing certain situations or like making it like something deeper than what it really is. I would say. Yeah.
I feel like I would say the opposite. She underanalyzes situations.
Yeah, I would say the opposite.
Yeah.
I could see what
you're
she's
saying.
But like it'd be like the most littlest things, and then she's just like, damn. And I'm like, Stephanie, and she's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, bro, like we
could solve the situation.
Like, Stephanie, come
yes.
fix your hair, bro. Like,
With her,
oh my god,
like
this girl and her hair, guys.
crazy
She
happens,
tends-
she's like, yeah, sure, yeah, cool.
she tends to like, you do tend to give up faster in situations when you're like upset about something. You're like when it's their birthday thing, you're like, okay, it's over, I'm canceling it, like type of thing. Like, girl, let's not
be dramatic so damn bad. Like, she's so dramatic.
Every girl cries
let's
on
not-
their birthday. What do you mean?
You want to be that? You didn't cry on your birthday.
Yeah, I had too much fun. Thank you.
It's from a sense like, yeah, you tend to do give up very like when it's small things. You're like, I can't.
Yeah, like it could be
putting my
something
foot
small, but when it's bigger things, like you
Literally, like,
don't
rush it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Like, where?
Yeah.
Girl, let's reverse that.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah,
I would
so
say
yeah,
the same
like
thing.
like the tree fell on my car.
But it's okay, guys.
But it's
Like, I'm
alright.
fine. Like,
But I'm gonna shave my hair today.
My Steven had an arrow.
should I do passion twist or braids? Which
Like,
one? Like,
Yeah.
let's talk about it. Like, and like honestly, but
Yeah. I would literally say the same thing.
I feel like also, as in a sense, like, be grateful where you are right now, because where you are right now was not where you were 6 months ago. And I
Yeah.
feel like you tend to, you do forget that, like, in the sense like, well, I'm not doing enough. I'm not here.
But you are.
It's okay.
And the moment you are doing enough, and that's
It's
fine.
okay. Like, you're doing as long as you're working to be the best, that's all that
That's
matters.
all that matters. Yeah.
It's okay, like it's fine. Child, that's just it's a marathon. Like don't be working. That 25-year-old is not you.
Yeah.
It's okay that they 6-figure job. It's okay. You will get there.
Maybe you gonna get the 6 figures and blow them in 2 years.
And
maybe God wants you
You
to
get
get
7, 8.
I need to be thinking big. I'm thinking big.
But yeah,
Oh yeah. I would say you also like. I can see it when you do it with like obviously with your little sister because we both got little sisters. You know what I'm saying? But I would say like.
me too.
Oh yeah, we are all little sisters. This little one.
I'm an older sister.
You're the little one, babes.
You're my little.
No, I'm an older sister to Steve.
But like I'm talking about the girls. You know what I mean?
We're saying these are the older girls.
The older girls.
Steve's one of the girls though.
But I would say like, cause I also see like, cause I do it too. But like I would say like, take care of you first. Sometimes like cause it's gonna help her as well. So it's like certain things where you're like analyzing, overthinking, like, oh my gosh, I need to like do this or do that, like to make sure that we're like it's okay, like to sit back and just think about.
She's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
You have to let her like go through life the same, not the same way you did, but like you have to let her learn those lessons, and you don't always have to like try and like save her. I wouldn't say save her,
but like help her as much as you can without sacrificing yourself.
Right.
And it's okay to let them make mistakes.
Adulting is about balance.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Balance you and the people around you.
What lesson can you take away from this conversation? I guess just to be more aware of my emotions. Because now you guys are telling me, I'm like, damn, like maybe I am an asshole sometimes. Maybe I am a
Be nice.
Maybe I am
Passionate.
This is why we're yang
Passionate. Yo, y'all were blowing me saying that she was passionate. Like, if you said, just say that she mean, bro.
Passionate behind her emotions.
No, but sometimes I feel like sometimes I'm also like I just. For me, like I just get like overstimulated sometimes. Where it's like it's just so much going on, and I just can't, and I can't tell you that I'm gonna sit here and smile in the situation when I'm not smiling. Like I can't smile.
You need to find your outlet.
Yeah.
Because I again, we're in a state of where like we're going to have like partners, lifelong partners. We're gonna have kids, and we would hate for our kids to feel like, okay, mommy's sad now, and she's gonna put it on me now. So it's
now
more
we gotta go get her milk done.
Yeah, like exactly. So it's more of a sense like when you're in that moment, found your outlet, or when you tend to see like, okay, yeah, I'm being like short with this person, like I apologize, like I didn't mean to. I'm going through something, or just like making everybody aware. Okay, I'm mad right now, so sometimes I'm gonna say something, I don't know, maybe in 2 minutes that's gonna hurt your feelings, but I don't mean it. It's just my emotions. Type of like communicate.
I kind of stepped away, like when you guys were telling me y'all were getting your tattoos. I kind of stepped away. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of mad right now, but I'm gonna go outside for a quick second because I can't be in this room because I'm gonna start swinging if I'm in this room. So yeah.
I think me personally, I feel like I need to take my own advice. I feel like before,
that's how I was looking at you. I'm like, oh really?
I need to take my own advice when it comes to just sort of like not comparing myself to other people. Learning like my success is gonna be different. It's gonna be like specified and personalized for me personally. I need to stop looking like outwards and sort of like seeing it as a race and just sort of like understanding like I'm gonna get there in my own time, God willing. And so just relax. Just
relax.
Okay.
Relax, my mom.
Yeah.
Going to be good.
Also, that too, relaxing, because God has not failed me yet. So
No, never.
Yeah, He's never
Never.
failed me. There's been situations where it's like I'm down in the dumps and it's like, but I've arisen.
Wednesday,
like I'm like, oh
Yeah.
Like I feel like yes, we are like getting to that age of becoming adults, But I feel like I literally just turned 22. Like, I feel like, yes, we're becoming adults, but we're still young at the same time. Like, we have a lot of time to figure, like, to get ourselves in order.
But it's also to be, it's better that we're aware now.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be like 25 and I'm like, damn,
just
I'm
now
still struggling.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm
and this all this stuff, it's not going to happen by tomorrow. Like, these things are going to take time, but it also takes effort too. You can't say it's going to take time and you're not been putting effort. It's been 3 years and you're still angry. Like, what's going on, girl?
We're doing it now because I also think that, like, yes, we are young or whatever, but I also feel like adulting really doesn't have like a specific age.
No, yeah, it definitely doesn't.
Don't be an adult.
Yeah.
So it's like, shit, man.
The stuff that I go through is not stuff 30-year-old goes through.
Yeah.
I've been lived 500 lives in one life. Goddamn.
It's crazy.
But,
I literally lived in Thailand.
I was talking about that when I was talking about the traumas, but
Like, this girl literally lived in Thailand.
yeah, I would say I'm quite blessed. I thank God. Like, I feel like one thing that I could always trust and believe in is Jesus. God, he always gonna do it. Like, if I feel like I'm going through the depths of Jesus, like he gonna pick me up somehow,
like
somewhere.
sometimes, like now recently what I've been doing is like, if I'm stressed, I'm just like, let me take a second to pray.
Yeah.
Or if I'm angry, I'm like, let me take a second to pray.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, just take away this emotion from me and just let me just look at the good things in life, because you can't let all that stuff like
I think also one thing that somebody told me is worship distracts the devil. So you being like, okay, I'm stressed right now, but I'm gonna put a praise song and I'm gonna praise right now. That is like, okay, why? When he looks at like, why is she happy?
Yeah,
like,
why is she happy? Her world is literally crumbling.
It's like,
my God is good.
Yeah, it's like, at the end of the day, I'm going through it, but
God is good and the devil is a liar. So
for real.
And when God is good,
he's sweet,
He's
very,
sweet.
very sweet, tantalizing and fuck.
Yeah,
So,
praise him.
So
in your times.
For me, I would say like trusting. Like, I just learned how to like trust in like the faith and like what God has for you and stuff like that, because God gonna do good by His greatest shoulders. Like, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
You're not going through this for nothing, and you're still here. So like finding peace in that and living faith with God, that's what I learned.
Yeah. What is something what's an advice that you're most qualified to give? Like, what's something that you feel like you're very good in giving advice about?
Trauma.
Yeah, this girl has like a medal or something.
I feel like, with trauma, like, I feel like more of a sense it's, I can sympathize when people are going through hardship. Like, I'm like, if somebody's going, who just got kicked out, I'm like, yeah, girl, I've been there.
Yeah.
been there, done that. And I understand how it feels.
I did that shit last week, bro.
Like, when it comes to losing, like, somebody that you love, like, going through, I've been there. So it's more of a sense, like, when it comes to, I need to give advice to states of trauma, like, I can do that. Because I think it's easier when as Africans, like, when we can relate to each other because we're Africans. So when people don't go through the same thing, they're like, okay, like, what do you mean? Like, just get over it. Like, it's not that easy. So it's more of a sense, like, I can be more understanding type of thing.
For me, it would definitely be like work-based. Like, you know, like, I could definitely give advice about working like towards like your career, stuff like that. Like, I could definitely give advice for that, just because like I went through, still going through, like, you know, getting to where I want to be. And it's just like, you know, like, when you really want something, like, you're going to find ways to get there. And then, like, you know, a lot of people will come up with like different excuses, like, oh, I can't do this because I'm a woman, or like, I can't do this because, you know, this guy is doing this or this guy is doing that. But like, being able to like look through that and just focus on your goal and that's what you want to do. Like, when it comes to advice like that, I could definitely give that advice.
I feel like for me, I guess I would say that, you know, the saying that I say all the time, that like your pain has purpose. I feel like 100%. That's something that I feel like I'm pretty qualified to give, because, you know, everybody goes through pain, but I feel like understanding that like stuff like that is not forever and it's just temporary, and it's like what you're gonna do with it is what matters at the end of the day, and just understanding that like it's temporary and there's a purpose to everything. Like, things happen for a reason. So yeah. feel like that's something.
I think for me would be learning how to try. I feel like recently not recently, but like before, like, you know, I said, I'd like go through so much failures and I'm like, dang. But like, you know, learning how to like not sort of like brush that off, but being able to like not make it be like your end all, but like, okay, I failed and now like I want to be like now that's gonna be me forever. Like sort of being able to like sort of like find the good in the failure, finding the good in like your sadness and like in the tears and all of it. Being able to like pull out a smile and seeing the good in situations, I think. Because it's been some situations you just got to make some good in it.
You got to try. So now what do we claim for the future? What do you claim?
I claim
I claim safe travels for anyone traveling.
Amen.
during this
Amen.
summer.
Hallelujah.
Because I know you're traveling today.
Yeah.
And then
We're be traveling soon.
we're gonna be bambaing real soon,
Valentine's
guys.
traveling all the time, so who knows where. So I
She's
just
traveling with us soon. Where y'all? Yeah, she coming.
so I just manifest and I just pray everyone is having safe travels, especially during this time with like monkeypox and whatever. I
Monkey
don't
and
know.
coco.
I just
we're
stay
protected
prayed
by
up.
the blood.
Stay prayed up.
Yes.
God has us.
Stay safe.
Yeah. I feel like I claim just I claim wisdom, I would say. Just so that will, because I feel like wisdom can help in so many situations. And just knowing that like I don't know, just being more not like more mature, more aware in certain situations. I feel like that's something that I would claim.
I claim discernment. I think that's Pastor talked about it last week. I think it's discernment is very important because
necessary.
when it comes to like making decisions on whether this job is good for you, that job is good for you, or whether I should stay in this relationship or not, or like how I should handle a situation when it comes to like conflict. But yeah, I claim that I have great discernment from God himself.
Amen.
I claim, you guys all claim great things, very deep, amazing things. But personally, I claim that this apartment comes in the next 2 to 3 business days.
Amen.
Say I have the apartment.
I have the
She
apartment.
has the
Amen.
apartment.
Amen.
Lord knows I need it, not even want it. Like, I really need to, like, move into my own space very, very soon. So, yeah, that's something I claim.
Amen.
Hopefully, like, fast shipping.
Expedited.
Where do I get that?
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode on adulting, and I hope you guys learned something from it. And we will see you guys next week.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.